this also a sophomore team?
This one is a freshman team.
Freshman team?
Yeah, this one's freshman, next one's freshman, then it's a sophomore and a freshman.
So they all use the same engine as the first freshman team?
Yes. Yeah. Please start.
Hello, we are Team Miru and I am Cho Yong-won, the producer of this team. And this is Kyun Lee as lead designer and this is Chan Hwang as a technical director. Hello Reaper is the fast-paced action shooter game, top-down action shooter game. This is the flowchart of our game. Basically, whenever player dies, then player go back to the shop and prepare for the level, and player can challenge the level over and over again. Player wants. As we start to support use a gamepad, so player can choose to use between keyboard and the gamepad. And when the player play the tutorial level, they naturally memorize how to control it, like game portal tutorial level. But just for now, just let you know. From now, the Gyuhyun will describe the first part of the demonstration.
Oh, use the gamepad
And headphone.
So here's the main menu, and you can see the particle system we are making. Before getting to the start, let's see other options. In here, we only have BGM volume and FX volume. So let's kind of adjust it. Is it okay, the volume?
Yeah, sounds fine right now.
So this option menu is stored. So whenever the user controls the option, it will be stored in the game data. In the credit, that's the credit. So whenever the start, player actually have to input the naming because they have to register the user. So let's So here's the tutorial level. Player can move 3 base block and 2 base. So we are not actually, we don't have enemy animation for yet, so please mind that. Oh, sorry. So player have to dodge the enemy while having, as you notice, there's a kind of hit stop in other action games. So player can have the effects and while doing the attack. There's another attack animation, and we are still figuring out how to make an attack animation because there's a lot of ways to import the attack animation. Here's the turret. As you see, I cannot hit it because I have only the 3 amount of dash. So in this case, I have to use the 2 dash in here. So yeah, just like this one. Let's try one more. Yeah, that doesn't happen. So from the shop level, Chanel will explain about this one.
In shop level, player can buy the useful items and select game levels in the shop. And here. Now there is no texture, but the basic function of shop is working. You can buy the shield item in here. So the upper one is money and the next one is shield. So I buy 10 shield. All these resources is shared throughout the game. So in the gameplay level, the player, so the player should avoid and kill all enemies to shoot the guns. To lose, player should die before killing the all enemies. So I'm dead. Whenever the player dies, player goes back to the shop. This time, let's buy the shield. Of course, the player will be able to buy a limited amount of shield in the real game, but I'm not good at this game, so. So if you kill all enemies, you can win the game. So I win the game.
So it was our demonstration. So far, it was great. It was great to work on this project. However, just like you guys, this is not our ideal game that we thought at the first time. So features like recording, like highlights or play of the game in Overwatch is not here. And of course, there are all art assets and music assets is not ready. So what now? These are the things we will fully focus on the playtest. Art and sound assets and minor program features like such as camera and UI shakes, and of course boss AI. We will also run many quality tests internally so that we can fix several bugs. If the time allow, we will try to add this stuff, these things too. If you have any question, then feel free to ask.
Is your game based time-based or frame-based?
It is frame-based. Frame-based.
So you don't use the digit reflector,
Oh, the frame is the frame.
Well, what was your question, Sehan?
time-based or frame-based? I asked.
Of what?
Yes, because
Time-based, frame-based on.
it has a
Time-based.
Oh.
Ah, yeah, it's the time-based.
We use
You
the
mean
time-
Yeah.
whenever the frame rate goes down, player should move a lot.
Because I think it's better to use the time frame-based because it can pierce the enemy. It guarantees pierce the enemy, but the punch is like it didn't. When the frame rate is dropped, it can arrive the destination.
No, it doesn't, because we have.
Yeah,
It always goes right on the destination, and it doesn't miss the enemy on the attack because we are using the hit assist. So, you kind of notice that the player moves a little bit more whenever it goes to the end. That's because of that one. To make sure the player always goes to the certain tile, certain amount of distance.
And you talk about the collide. When the frame rate is low, then I think you concerned about the collide doesn't work when the frame rate is low, right?
Yes.
But we don't use the collide check of the bullet. We use the hit scan and the attack movement. So we don't.
Yeah, but
have to
enemies
worry
use
about
that, so that can be possible if you are asking that one. If the frame rate goes about
Super low, like
15, 10.
I have some feedback. Visually, your game is not very communicative. I had a very hard time identifying who was attacking what. Like the attacks, I couldn't tell if you were shooting things or if the dashing was supposed to be doing damage. Just the visual communication was very difficult for me. If this is near the end, I would maybe suggest polishing, like actually putting in some simple textures, a simple symbol for like coins. Even your options, you had two bars, but I don't know what's it for? Is it for?
Yeah, it's basically for the
It's for
Yeah,
background
it's
and visual
for-
effects, right?
yeah.
Or sound effects. So, I mean, just doing some simple letters like, BG for background music or
Yeah,
something like that.
we-
Even that would be an
Yeah,
improvement. So, if you guys don't have a lot of time left, maybe scrap like Bossaya,
yeah,
and just
we are.
focus on like getting it to look like, what you want it to see. Because right now, I couldn't see what was supposed to be happening.
To follow up on that point, is the lack of communication because you're missing assets yet? Because like you're missing most of the enemy assets. Is that one of the reasons?
Yes, we need to add more animations and attack.
Okay. And just so how? Because I didn't. I thought I was listening, but I kind of missed. How do you actually kill an enemy? As you were saying, you're actually double dashing into them.
No,
No.
you attack to the certain distance. Yeah, this is because of the attack animation,
Okay.
and why we didn't add it is because of the game design program. Because, for example, if the player can shoot while they dash, the animation should be changed, or we can just kind of summon an illusion and make it attack and just disappear. So that's kind of the game design. We kind of thought about what should be for our game, and yeah, that's.
But since your dashing is like hit scan, it's like almost instant. Technically, you should be able to like you choose the time to spend dashing and shooting. But then, as you said, it's game design. But yeah, so big point is it's not very good. But I guess for most people, otherwise, yeah.
The left side UI, what is why?
Yeah, that's one of the reason why we have to play test, because I don't think many of you guys notice what that is. So we have to actually make a tutorial level to make sure what that is and kind of make the size bigger for the close play.
For HP.
HP and the dash.
Because having no text is quite a good thing, but you need text to function. Understand what it is. But having the aesthetic you chose of having very little text and everything being very blocky has a good result. But yeah, if you don't explain beforehand, or even if you don't have a button to remind people, because if someone plays in the middle without going through the tutorial, then they'll be totally confused.
To add to what people have said, so when it comes to that issue you say about how to attack, I mean, is there disagreements inside the team about it? I mean, why haven't you tried one version or the other then?
The attack animation.
Yeah, why haven't you tried something to see how well it works?
We first of all, you saw the dash, and that's actually the kind of change of the design, but because the player was moving constant speed, and now she's not moving in a constant speed, right? She kind of accelerate more
Okay.
in the first time, and yeah, including that one, we should have done the attack animation for the texture, but we wanted to make it for the best of the project. I know that's not a good habit, but we always kind of do that.
Yeah, so this comes down to sometimes you have to just test it, like make something to actually confirm if it works well or not, instead of just we want to decide. Quickly choose one you think is best, implement it, and see how well it fits. If it fits really well, then maybe go with it. If not, then and try the other one. But it also kind of comes down to your art assets. I mean, you're doing it for your enemies, but again, a lot of people we're very confused about some things happening on the screen, and I'm just worried. Are you not purposely putting in placeholder art, placeholder text, placeholder icons? Placeholder means they're not going to be in the final version of the game, but they're there just to help you understand what the game is doing. because right now all your artwork looks amazing,
Yeah, we didn't think about.
but it just feels like you're just missing
Yeah.
this stuff, and then to me it feels like you don't want to put that in there yet because you don't have a nice art for it yet. And
No, that's
I hope you're not doing that.
Yeah, that's not. We actually didn't actually start it yet for the enemy.
Okay, well, not just the enemy.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of other things, right? Like how come there's no simple text for background and sound effects? I mean, that doesn't need to look good right now. It's just like, so we just know what the bars are. But since you're going to be playtesting coming up, like you're missing a lot of key feedback, and players might just be confused about what's going on, how to do something. It might not look great right now, but sometimes just put something in there so you can actually get proper feedback. Right, the first thing I said, the first playtest you're going to do is most of the complaints and improvements you're going to do is just usability. It's not even about how fun the game is. It's just, what does this do? Why is it this? Why is it that? What is that? I mean, most people that's going to be your feedback. So try to address that now so that you can quickly get to more of the game design that you want to improve on. Not just, where should I put the health bar? Or how should I convey the health bar? Right? We want to figure that out as soon as possible so we can focus on actual like game content where we can make levels and enemies. So that's my biggest tip to you is, even if it's just placeholder right now, you're missing so many key feedbacks. So don't worry about that. It's only alpha. We still got 6 weeks, right? So get some stuff in there. Yeah, again, don't forget, do cheat codes, right? Make yourself invisible, invincible. Make yourself have money. Make yourself have unlimited shields or whatever you want during gameplay. So again, we don't have to sit through you just going, hold on, I need shields, right? It should just be one button click to speed that up. But I think that's the biggest thing right now. Just don't worry about some high quality art assets yet. Like we slowly replace them. But right now we just need the feedback. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, and we will see you at the playtest.